Crystal. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how I have my DreamBox inside my living room. So I asked you guys a few weeks ago if you guys wanted to see how I had my DreamBox inside the house. So if you've been following me for a while, you guys know that I've had a she shed that this originally was in, but the she shed made me very sick. We had to get rid of it, and now we're currently building a new studio. So I've actually had the DreamBox back inside the house for about 8 months. Today I'm going to show you how it's inside of my living room. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a real quick walk around just to kind of show you what I have inside of this space.
In this space, I have a small table from Michael's. I've got this cart that I got from Harbor Freight. This is where I store all of my stalls, HTV. This is where my heat press is. And then on this side of the room, I've got both of my sawgrass printers. I've got my computer that runs my Melco embroidery machine. On the right hand side, I've got this little small cart that I also got from Michael's that carries all of my embroidery thread. And then I'm also going to show you guys a little quick sneak peek of my new studio outside. And then we're back to where we keep the DreamBox.
Alright, so let's go ahead and jump right in. Now let me go ahead and explain that this cabinet is actually sitting on the other side of my couch. So what I've done is I've taken my living room, so just take a square and cut it in half technically. So what I did was we have a sectional. So I have the sectional, and right behind the sectional I have this. So this is technically my wall. So this is my faux wall in between the two spaces. So we used to have our dining room table in here. I moved it to the kitchen, so we replaced that table with the dining room table. I thought it would be a great idea to show you guys how I have this in my living room. As most of you guys are going to have it in your living room, dining room, maybe a spare bedroom. We used to live in a tiny 2-bedroom. I think it was around 800 square feet or so. It was super tiny. We had a kitchen with a kitchen where your kitchen table would go. We had our kitchen table, but up against the wall, back in that little corner, I'm sure a lot of you can relate, that's where my crafts was. Now, I wanted one of these years and years ago when we lived in that tiny space, but I couldn't afford one at the time. Now times are different, and this is on a payment plan, and I totally would have bought it on the payment plan. Like, I really wish that was an option back then. So this would have went in that corner, and I could have unfolded it, I could have had it. So I have been wanting one of these for years. Now I have one. I know from experience how it is crafting in a small space and how much one of these would come in handy. So like I said, I thought I would share with you guys and maybe give you guys some inspiration how to utilize one of these in your small space. So say you're working out of the living room just like me. This is how you could possibly do it. Now, I'm not going to show you what's in all the drawers because we'll get into that once I move it out to the studio. Today's just to kind of give you a little bit of inspiration of how I have my craft room in my living room. I apologize about the sun kind of coming in here, so hopefully you guys can see this good enough. Over here, I've got my unicorn spit, I've got some Cricut infusible ink markers, I've got washi tape, I've got purple tape, I've got my scissors, staple guns, I've got all of my adhesive, I've got Mod Podge, I've got, spray paints, Beacon adhesive, all those kind of things I keep on this side. On this side over here, I keep things like anti-tape bling, her glitter. I keep some of my cuter iron-on out on display, so I've got some Disney stuff there. I've got my Cricut tools hanging, and then I love the way that I did this. What I did was I did all my Cricut Joy. I've got iron-on, adhesive vinyl, and infusible ink. It's perfect for those. The way that I like to keep my stuff nice and tidy. So what I did was I cut down some glitter cardstock and applied them to cover up some of the drawers. So here you can see I have gold glitter, and then on this side I have some black glitter. Now I opened up 2 of these, so I took out 2 of the drawers and I put a plant in. Now for the background, I actually utilize the Cricut infusible ink as a background. So I can pull it out, I can utilize it, use it in a project, and put it back. And it's my backdrop, so it's essentially a product as well as decor. Now what I can do is when I'm done with it, I can put it back and keep it there, or replace it with new ones, different colors, and change the background. So I thought that was really neat. I put my Cricut Joy on this side, so I opened that side up as well. Now there's a few bins, so for example on this side I didn't put covers on because I like the colors. So this one right here, for example, has some yarn and things like that, so you can definitely utilize these for whatever you'd like. On your paints, I think it's great because you can pop these out when you're ready to craft once again. You can utilize them, and they're always going to have a place to go back. Now I've got some of the smaller bins here, and then also I took out some of the bins once again and put in, so on this side I've got some anti-taste paint. On this side I have some of my paint pour. So I love these right here from Plaid. And the reason why I opened up 2 of them so I can reach back, I can get my hands in there, just like so. Now I also got a few more up here. I could totally do that with all of these. I can put some of my embroidery thread in here, so if you guys are somebody that does embroidery, you could totally fill this up with all of those supplies. If you do paper crafting, stickers, so for example on this side, you can see it holds a lot, super heavy. I've got tons of cardstock in here. I've got, you know, plain and then all the way down to glitters and patterns and so on and so forth. This one right here is one of my favorites. You guys know I love to make t-shirts. I store all of my iron-on in here. So I've got Cricut iron-on in here and I have it by color. So for example, I've got all the greens, purples, reds, pinks, all of the things. And now also you can see that I opened up a few more spaces for my 6x7 Cricut Easy Press. Here I've got Leah Griffith. This is her crepe paper. I've got those. I've got a candle. I've got my YouTube plaque. I've got my Cricut Explorer Air 2 here. And I love it because you can just simply pull it out, craft with it, and pop it right back. Now this has a hole in here so you can simply feed your wires right through. You don't have them all over the place. Now, the way that this table is designed is you can have it right here at this crafting height, or you can lift it up like so, extend your legs, and have it at a bar height. I like to keep mine in this level right here. Now you can also lift it up, and it's got little holders here that will actually hold this up, so you can access the things on the bottom. Now for me, while I have it open, this is where I store my sewing machine, my extra Cricut Easy Press, my bow dabber, and a lot of times I have other little tubs down there as well. Now right up here on top, you guys will notice that I have my Silhouette Cameo Plus. It's a lot bigger, so I just store it right up here. Now it will fit here if you'd like to put it here. On this shelf, I utilize it for things that don't fit in the drawers. So for example, my Cricut paper trimmer, the wood veneers from Cricut, these are a little bit too big for the drawers, and I love to just store them right up here. I also keep my bright pad right on top. Like I said, once we get out to the studio, I'll go completely in depth with all of the drawers so you guys can see all of the things. But for now, I just wanted to give you guys some inspiration of how I have it inside the house. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.